What's up, guys? The Hunted Reaper here, back with the Crackdown 3 video. Now, it's been a while since I posted my last Crackdown video, and it's because there's really nothing that came out in the time between 2015 and 2017 for Crackdown. So it was kind of like, what the fuck do I post about? And I didn't want to post about just random crap because I said everything I needed to say about it. But here I'm back again with some new gameplay that came out about a month ago. And, I mean, actually a little less than a month ago, and it's looking really good for Crackdown 3, and I'm kind of concerned in some places, but we're going to get down with that in this video, and we're going to see how Crackdown 3 has been faring up. So first off, Crackdown 3 has again been delayed to 2018, and I have nothing against video game delays. That's because usually when video games are delayed, it's usually to promote a better video game, to make sure that all the things are finally tweaked and you don't get a piece of shit. Rushed video games suck. Like, that's just the fucking thing. And for people to complain that this game is being delayed a lot is kind of a pain in the ass, because I want to see a game that's fully fledged out. When I play it, I want it to be a finished experience. I don't want a piece of crap kind of game. So let's start off by talking about the graphic style. The graphic style has changed a little bit from the last snippet we had, and it still looks cartoony, but it looks a lot more colorful, and that's a pretty good thing in terms of Crackdown. Crackdown usually has beautiful colors, vibrant, and it's always fun to look at the city, especially during the later levels when they put you in the smack dab in the middle of the most colorful, tall parts of the city when your agent is leveled up. And it does look like, you know, orbs and everything are back in the same type of way, which is awesome because those were the core mechanics that made Crackdown great. Now, a thing that I've noticed is a lot of the enemies are a lot more futuristic. Now, we've come to know in the first Crackdown, which was better and more successful than Crackdown 2, in the first Crackdown, enemies were basically grounded to reality. Other than they can take a lot of bullets if they were bosses, or some enemies had shields, they were kind of normal, with rocket launchers and some crazy-ass weapons, but they weren't these superhumans. It is a step in a direction, I'm not saying the right direction, to make some enemies a lot more powerful and make mechs happen and all this cool shit. Now, last time Crackdown took a step in the creative direction, zombies were the big thing, and that kind of sucked. It was fun at first, but then we all realized that it kind of got old really quickly, and the Crackdown 1's mechanics of taking down the gang was much more fun to watch and much more fun to play. I'm sorry for that little brain fart that just happened right there. It happens when I'm so excited about a video game. So let me continue. Now, this kind of seems more futuristic in terms of Crackdown. And that's a good thing because they did need a step in the right direction, but I'm not sure if the game may be too futuristic looking or the weapons may be too out of date. Like this weapon you see right here, it looks like something out of fucking Destiny. And it is a black hole gun, and that is really cool, but will that like unbalance the game, or how will that work? And that's one of the things I really want to know. Because if by the end it's just some loony game of throwing shit around and everything's blowing up and nothing really matters, then what's the point? But if this is a lot of end-game content, you know, when you beat the game and you grind it out and you get this fucking black hole gun, I think that would be a pretty cool thing to do, because it's about progression, and I think a lot of people don't want Crackdown to just hand you the keys to the city immediately. I think I liked the first Crackdown because I got to build my character. I got to see him grow. I started out, you know, being able to throw bricks at people, and then towards the end of the game, I was throwing fucking cars at people. And I think that's what people want, the RPG-esque style of gameplay with, you know, shooting. And that's what Crackdown is to me. It's building your character, watching him grow, and then creating this fucking badass. And I love that about the original Crackdown and Crackdown 2. Now, we know that cars are back from Crackdown 1. They morph again. And it looks like cars are kept in the same style of Crackdown. They're kind of there, but they're not the most cool thing in the game. Because I'm pretty sure people will be gliding around the city with their jetpacks anywhere. So what do I think about the future of Crackdown and what it's going to be during release? Now, we did see that Crackdown 3 had a multiplayer mode, and we haven't seen much from it. And the multiplayer mode promised a lot. So what I'm seeing is it looks like they kind of scrapped the multiplayer mode. It looked really ambitious and really fucking cool. like if Battlefield 3 met Crackdown and the destruction mechanics of that, but it seemed a little crazy. Like you could destroy everything in the giant city and it would be powered by 50 servers and all this shit. And it's like, you know, they showed gameplay of it and it looked beautiful. It looked amazing. It looked like I would spend hours and hours just destroying buildings for the fuck of it. But they haven't shown much of it yet. And it makes me kind of worry for Crackdown 3's multiplayer. What's going to happen to it? Where's it going to go? You know, what's it going to look like? And since they've been showing these little snippets of Crackdown, they haven't really discussed what multiplayer is going to be like and what's the objectives and what's the modes. And, you know, how co-op's going to play. They're really showing gameplay off to make us realize that, yeah, this is still a game and it's still in production and it's not canceled. That's what this gameplay is here for. It's not showing anyone anything new. It's not showing anything groundbreaking, and it's not a trailer. So I don't know why they haven't made a trailer or released some new information or showed some things about the game, because it looks like a pretty damn good game. Other than that, I'm kind of happy where it looks like it's going. The graphics look nice. The game looks polished. Everything looks like it's going to be a good Crackdown game. And since Xbox is kind of marketing this as, you know, the big Crackdown on the Xbox One, I think you can't go wrong in assuming that this game is going to be good. Now, how good is it going to be is kind of up for speculation. I hope it's better than Crackdown 1. I hope it's a masterpiece. And I hope it brings about more Crackdown games. It's been a while since the last Crackdown. And the last Crackdown wasn't that good. And it's been a while since Crackdown 1, since the start of the Xbox. So it's like we haven't gotten that many of these games, and they're so much fun to play. So I wouldn't mind every 2 years seeing a new Crackdown, because I am just addicted to these games. This is one of my favorite games of all time, and I really hope they do it justice. And I've said it before, and I'll say it again. I cannot wait for Crackdown, and I hope it's a great game. This has been the Hunted Reaper. I will keep the video playing. It doesn't have audio because I was talking so much, but you know, just keep watching, like, rate, subscribe, comment. When Crackdown 3 comes out, make sure to come back to me, because I will have everything Crackdown 3, from the start to the finish. This is one of my favorite franchises, and I cannot wait to get my hands on it. Ah, you're still here, watching a video with no sound. Okay, you guys want sound effects? Bam. Bam. Explode. Boom, boom. Death. Ah. This is probably the fucking creepiest thing I've done at the end of a video. I just want to see how it goes over. I like stupid shit like this, so if you guys enjoy that little stupid thing, tell me, and I'll put more stupid shit like this at the end of the video. God knows I have like 50 bloopers of me just crapping the bed on like videos like this, where I'm trying to talk and my voice gets all and I'm just what the fuck, and I usually like get pissed at myself, so you'll hear me like be like, oh well, fucking bullshit, to no one in the room, because when I record there's no one else. So subscribe, rate, comment, you know, the whole shebang. Thank you guys for watching again.